Hey guys, this is Melon Cakes, and this is my first video. This is a My Hero Academia one-shot. It is Denki Kaminari X Female Reader, and this is by Domo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I will leave the link to this one-shot down below, and make sure I give credit to the creator for this fanfic, so enjoy. Hey guys! You skipped your way towards the Baku squad area since Aizawa hadn't come into class yet. You weren't sure what squad you were part of anymore since you got along with virtually everyone in class. Some days you would be with the Deku squad, others the Baku squad, with the Quiet squad. Honestly, you were all over the map like Hagarake was, even though she tended to stay within the Quiet squad to her crush on Shoji or Bajiro. Who knows, she might have a crush on both of them, that wouldn't surprise you. However, you enjoyed being with the Baku squad because a certain electric user was part of it, and you absolutely adored the dork. He definitely wasn't the smartest in the class, but he was part of Class 1A, so clearly he worked just as hard as everyone else in the class to get here, even if he never got the credit for it. You think he has a learning disability, or ADHD, since every time he's in class, he doesn't pay attention for more than 10 seconds, and is very fidgety, always needing to move some part of his body, usually his hands or legs. If he doesn't have a learning disability, then he should seek out help. There's nothing wrong with having one, and there's nothing to be ashamed of either. It's a little known that President Mike has autism, and that's why he's very loud at times and can have his moments when he is quiet as a mouse and loved affection. He's especially clingy to Aizawa and Midnight, which is understandable since they grew up together and knew each other well over a decade. Back to Kamikun and the group, though. Wyan-chan! Please tell you completed the English homework. He threw himself while wrapping his arms around your waist, but you didn't mind the slightest. You enjoyed his attention more than anyone in this class, you think. Of course, I always do my homework. Unlike a certain someone here. He gave you an offended look, causing you to chuckle. Honestly, Yuzuku reminded you of Raichu, the evolution of Pikachu. Why you hurt me so? You gave a deadpan look at his dramatics. You quickly scrambled for your homework, pulling his out. You don't know what compelled you, but you took a look at his work and noticed the letters were written weird and a lot of words were misspelled. You continue watching him out of the corner of your eyes, as you watch him not be able to tell the difference between B and D or C and K. Was he dyslexic? Dyslexic. Yo, Weird Eyes, I'm talking to you. You turn and finally pay attention to the hothead raising an eyebrow at him. What the hell did he want? Yeah, what do you want? He clearly should be giving you a sound. Since Shitty Hair couldn't get your attention since you were making googly eyes at Dunce face, they want to know if you were going to go to the mall later. They want to know if you want to go to the mall later. You managed to resist the urge to blush profusely, but you still turned pink as you smiled sheepishly. Of course, I like to go. You choose to ignore the way Baku kept staring at you. Honestly, why did you always have to read so much into people, but when it came to the moment anyone said anything about him or asked questions, he would curse them out and threaten to blow them up. Strange explosion boy. Thank you, YN. Kimmy handed your homework back over and you quickly snagged his bag. To your surprise, he had the words right, but he had almost all of them misspelled wrong. President Mike had to have noticed the struggle that Kimmy must be going through in this class. Before you can comment about his writing, President Mike made his grand entrance, and you knew it was going to be one of those days that was going to be confusingly loud. By the end of the day, you were just done with everything, and all you wanted to do was go back to the dorm. As you were packing up your stuff, you forgot the group asked to go to the mall, and you agreed. How foolish of you to think you would have felt the same enthusiasm the whole day. Well, at least Kimmy would be there with you, and would have something pretty to look at and someone to talk to as well. Mina stopped on your way to the dorms to talk to you. What's up, Mina? She was swinging her arms back and forth, giving you a shit-eating grin. You knew she was about to ask you something or tell you something that was going to throw you in for a loop. You have a crush on Kaminari, don't you? She didn't even ask you, she just told you, and she was 100% right. I, for a fucking fact, do. There's absolutely no need to deny it right now. She was mean and she knew when someone was lying. You sweat that's her secret second quirk. So, what are you gonna do about it? That's a good question. What are you gonna do about it? It's not like you can just go up to him and tell him straight out. Or maybe he's the type that you need to be straightforward since he doesn't get hints in the slightest. Who knows? You don't have no idea, do you? Not a damn clue. She huffed, grabbing your arm and dragging you to the dorms with purpose. What purpose? You have no idea and you haven't decided if you should be scared or not. You'll find out. By the time you guys made it to your floor, she brings you to a room opening and tossing you aside and shutting your door behind you. You, my beautiful flower! Her voice disappeared and she dug into your closet and tossed a white dress with sunflowers on it at you, and then a pair of sandals at you, and lastly a sunflower headband at you. When in the hell did she buy you this? You didn't even know you had this. You just assumed you left it back at home. You were going to get dressed in that and wow the shit out of him. He loves yellow and sunflowers, and girls in dresses. You looked down at the clothes and back to me, not entirely sure what to say. This better work. She winked at you, waltzing towards the door. Oh, trust me, flower, it will. With that, she shut the door behind you, leaving you in the deafening silence of your thoughts. I swear to every being in this planet that Mina knows what she's doing, and by the end of the day, I get to call him mine, or I just might explode. You voice your thoughts out loud with no care in the world. Who was there to call you crazy? Absolutely no one. Once you finished freshening up and getting dressed, you looked yourself in the mirror. Might as well put mascara and gloss on. That's exactly what you did, and satisfied with the way you look, you grabbed your phone and keys, leaving. You texted the others to let them know you were ready, and we'll meet them downstairs. Who are you looking for? You jumped, blushing slightly as Ochaku gave you a knowing smirk. God damn it! You forgot the others knew about your infatuation as well. You looked around to make sure the squad wasn't around to hear you. Mina said that Kenny likes flowers and yellow, so I'm hoping I can get his attention. You felt a little embarrassed admitting this out loud, but what did you have to lose? The worst that could happen is that he says no and you'll need time to get over it. He's definitely going to be looking your way. She gave you a wink, sitting down to her girlfriend, Asui, who gave you a thumbs up in support. A shiver went down your spine. You knew you was being watched. You turned around to see Mineta drooling while he was eye-raping you. You were about to say something when an explosion went off behind him, making him jump and cower. Stop fucking eye-raping her, you great fuck, he said, not just scurrying back upstairs. You smiled gratefully at Bakugo, who simply He let everyone walk in front of him, lingering in the back, and answered once in a while. Honestly, for such a tough person, he was kind of in his weird ways, opting to stay in the back to make sure no one gets left behind. So, when we get there, who's going where? Kiri looked at all of us to get some sort of confirmation. I want to eat something first so we can go eat, right? Sarah wrapped an arm around Kiri and Mina. You shakes to go eat. I'm gonna go look around. I'm not that hungry, so I'll go inside some clothing stores. You looked at Cammy since he was quiet. I'm not hungry, so I can go with you, Mayan. You smiled at him, nodding your head, pretending not to notice the scheming look on the other three faces, and Bakugo looking like he didn't give two shits. Your heart was palpitating. You were finally going to have some alone time with Cammy. Maybe you could tell him how you feel. Then it settled. It wasn't long before you guys made it, and you all split up into your little groups. Looked over at Cammy, who seemed to be looking at something at the top floor. Let's go see what that store is up there. He didn't wait for a response as he grabbed your hand, dragging you along with him. Not that you had a problem with anyway. You looked really nice, by the way. Thank you, Cammy. You couldn't help but blush, but who wouldn't? Everyone blushing gets giddy when their crush compliments them. Call me Denki. You looked at him, caught off guard, but nodded your head anyway. You turned away as you guys entered the store, him letting go of your hand. It'll be just a few minutes. With that, he zipped inside, seeming to know what he was looking for. Probably some little trinket he wanted. He looked around, not in the mood to buy anything, until you found a tap on your shoulder. You turned and was surprised to see Denki smiling at you with his hands behind his back. That was quick. He smiled. He simply shrugged, still smiling, which was odd. Close your eyes for me, please. You did as he asked, having no reason to distrust him. Your breath hitched as you felt his hands go around your neck and felt something on your neck. He grabbed your shoulders, turning you around, but he didn't move them. Open your eyes now. You did, and your jaw dropped. Around your neck was a sunflower necklace, and a very pretty one. You grabbed it, and it opened up to your surprise. You held a picture of you and him together, laughing. This is so beautiful! He moved his hands from your shoulders and rested them on your hips. Well, this was a turn of events you didn't see coming. Just like the person wearing it. You glanced at him in the mirror, and he was just smiling softly at you. I have the others to thank for giving me this opportunity. They knew of my crush on you, and so I just wanted a chance, Your jaw dropped shock at him. I wore this outfit because you like yellow, sunflowers, and girls in dresses. So I wanted your attention. He gave a chuckle. It was totally different from the ones you're used to hearing. Well, you sure did get my attention. So how about you let me take you out on a real date? Your mouth opened and closed like a fish, but you nodded, not trusting your voice. Great. He kissed your cheek, which exploded with color. Let's go to the others so I can introduce you as my girlfriend. You were absolutely speechless, but you laughed as he grabbed your hand and pulled you out the store while texting rapidly with his other hand to let others know you guys were walking towards the food court. Thank God for Mina and the sunshine boy next to you. Whoa. This was my first time actually reading this and recording at the same time, so I apologize for any mistakes. I also did do a bit of editing to the way I worded things. Because instead of saying LN for the last name, I just decided to say YN for just your name instead of last name. Because I feel that that's more popular normally. I don't know. So I don't know which fanfic I'm going to do next. Likely I might do another one or two today and figure out what other fanfics I'm gonna do. I might also write a few myself as well. Well, thank you guys for listening to this audio. Again, I will credit the writer for this fanfic in the description. And also the photo on the thumbnail throughout this video is also credited right below the picture. Thank you guys for listening.